Hello and welcome to Pinkbike. Behind me we have the Chief. Now it stands at over 700 meters above sea level and is one of the largest granite monoliths in the world. Ah, guys, hell's teeth, we've done it again. We've done the wrong fucking Rocky Mountain. Hello and welcome to Pinkbike. Now you can ignore Dwayne Johnson over there because this is what you've come to see. This is the brand new Rocky Mountain Element. So what is it? Well, it's a bike that mixes cross-country weight with a trail amount of travel and geometry that would shake a fist at many enduro bikes. Now, if only there was a name for this category of bike, but I'm drawing blanks. I think cross-trailo it's gonna have to be. Now, before we get into the tech, can we just take a moment and look at it? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is a bike that goes about trying to pick as many birds out of the sky as possible with just the one stone. But does it risk biting off more than one bike can chew? Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice that this is a pre-production version, and some of the parts that come on it might not be what you expect from a 2021 OE build. The Element uses 29-inch wheels across the board, except for the extra small, which uses 27.5. Now the bike features a trail-friendly 120mm at the back, paired to a 130 fork, an Enduro-like 2.6-inch clearance, and that's not even mentioning enough water bottle mounts to keep any XC rider happy. So what about the geometry? Well, the reach sizes in the neutral position go from 403 and 430 for an extra small and small respectively, to a 455 for a medium, 480 for a large, and a 510 for the XL. So far, so enduro. The bike features a very trail-esque 65 to 65.8 head degree angle and is 4 degrees slacker than the current and outgoing Element. Now this is huge. It's like Brian May going into the hairdresser, asking for a trim of about that much and coming out looking like Sinead O'Connor. It's bold, it's ambitious, and it's absolutely fantastic. That head angle is paired to a 76.5 degree seat tube angle, depending on the flip chip orientation, and it's got a 435 rear end, which aims to combine nimbility with traction. Similar to the outgoing Element, this bike comes with 50mm stems across the board. However, on the majority of models, they now come equipped with a 780mm handlebar. Now, I know most of you would cut them down, and I probably would too, but isn't it good to have options? This size large here has a 445mm seat tube, and that's paired to a generous amount of drop on the seat post itself. Depending on the exact model you go for, you're either going to have, on a size large, 170 or 175mm of drop on that seat post. Compared to previous versions of the Element, this bike also sees a slightly higher value of anti-squat to aid pedaling performance. It's also got revised kinematics that have basically reduced the amount of end-stroke ramp-up to make using the full amount of travel easier. This bike is also intended to be run with slightly less spring rate and a lighter compression tune that should hopefully calm down the ride and take the edge off to make it not only more controlled, but also more comfortable. The bike is pretty laden with features, and what's interesting is a lot of them take heed from the gravity end of the spectrum. For instance, there is more frame padding than a futon factory, there's geometry adjustment, there's a universal derailleur hanger, as well as routing that lets you run your brakes either way. The Element will be available in both alloy and carbon bikes, and predictably the higher end build kits will come on the non-metallic bikes. Now the alloy version starts at around 2.4 and goes all the way up to 4,000 US, and the carbon version starts a bit beyond that at around 4.2 and goes all the way to an eye-wateringly close 10 grand US for the top build version. There are also frame-only versions available for 3,200 US. But how does this ex-Tranduro bike ride? And does its salivating tech sheet transfer to on-trail performance? Well, it's a really interesting bike to ride, so I've had a few days on it, and hopefully we're going to get it in for a long-term review. Most notably, the low front end kind of holds sway over the entire bike and gives it a really XC racer feel. Now its stack height of around 590mm is about 30mm less than many bikes of the same ilk, most notably the Transition Spire or the Specialized Epic Evo. That low front end does give it a racy, XC feel, even if it's in a very aggressive package, and it almost seems like a way to try and appease two different groups of people. Yes, the XC riders are still getting their race bike, but people like me, who typically spend time on longer travel bikes, are also kind of having what we want too. We're having our trail and enduro geometry, we're having our long drop seat posts, but it's all coming in a package that weighs significantly less than your average trail bike. That racy feeling is no bad thing, but getting on this bike, it becomes immediately apparent that to get the most of it, it's something you really have to grab by the scruff of the neck. Thank you very much for watching this video on both geology and bikes, my two great passions in life. Now, if you go and like the video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Subscribing would be good, but I know some people have commitment issues, so that's absolutely fine. We don't have to worry about that. And if you want to go ham, you can always click that notification bell so you never miss a beat. And thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.